Hello everybody. Today in our study of the Rig Veda, we're going to look for the origin of the Aryan invasion theory and all what is Indo-European. When you ask a supporter of the Aryan invasion, and when you ask him where this idea came from, usually he say it's in the Veda. And someone or others say, "Oh, don't stay there." No, it's just it has been largely demonstrated, and it's a scientific consensus, which means it's not for you and get off, fuck off. Let us between wise people and we who knows things. But but I'm not like that, I'm a Briton, and Britons, well, they have hard heck. That's not a cliche. That's true. So finally, found the hymns we're looking for in the notes of David Reich. David Reich is a star of the genetics scientist. Uh, and he said in the notes of at the end of his book, he means the Rig Veda, and he wrote 7 hymns: I-33, 133, 153, and we will see these 2 ones first, and after there are 5 others. If my mathematics are good. I'll do other videos for the other ones, but it's long enough like that. So let's go and see if there is an invasion, if they are talking about an invasion of a new country, of an old country they left, of the if the something who can make us think that is an invasion theory. Invasion, there were an invasion. Let's go to Indra with those who desire the light, the increase or protection well, the one to whom the enemies cannot harm, then grant us abundance, light, and then wealth. Is there an invasion like that? No. As the eagle goes toward its adorned nest, I fly toward the invisible, who give the treasure, approach the god, and pay homage to Indra, which is honored by the hymn of those who invoke him. My reading of English is not good, but I think the translation is good. Uh, the noble is the word is the Sanskrit word is Arya. Yeah. Arya, which we gave Aryan. That means European. So the noble, who is free, leads the war army with his quiver when he wants. O Indra, you who bestow beauty, do not be stingy, grow in us. No invasion theory. No invasion. Surely the thief, fleeing with the wealth, will. I'll start again. Surely the thief, fleeing with wealth, was killed by the destroyer. O Indra, you killed him alone with your weapon, accompanied by your friends, under the effect of your bow. The godless ancient have fled from all sides, going toward death. Oh, a war, huh? There was a war, that's sure. And an old, very, very old war, huh? Around maybe between 5,000 years ago, maybe 5,000 and 500 years ago. Huh? But no invasion. Those who do not practice sacrifice, quarreling, fighting, with those who practice it, abdicating, they have turned their head. O Indra, when you who stand with the divine Behors have blew violently out of heaven and earth, of the heaven and earth, if you want, those who are lawless, the sky, earth and sky. Those who do not practice sacrifice, quarreling with those who practice it, abdicating, have turned their head. O Indra, when you who stand with the divine Behorses, you blew violently out of heaven the earth and out heaven and earth, those who are lawless. They set out eager to fight against the army of the blameless Indra, encouraged by the Navagvas, like castrated eunuch, they fled by the steep path before Indra, the virile hero. Still no invasion. Huh? O Indra, those who cry after laughing fought on the other shore of the intermediate world, Antariksha, Bhuvas, maybe. From the top of heaven, you've burned the Dasyu. You protect the priest who presses the Soma, who recites the hymn. Maybe if I go slower, it will be easier. O Indra, those who cry after Lothing fought on the other shore of the intermediate world. From the top of heaven, you burned the Dasyu. You protected the priest who presses the Soma, who recites the hymn, or who sings the hymn, who say the hymn, or maybe chant the hymns. They revolve all around the circumference of the earth with gold and riches, but they do not defeat Indra, the observer. They were burned by the sun. Still no invasion. O Indra, you appreciate even an earth and the mighty universe. You have blown away those who do not understand. With the help of our proud mantras, O Indra, you expel the impious. Still no invasion. They have not reached the limit of heaven and earth by their illusion. They cannot reach it by giving wealth. Indra, the vigorous, extracted from his thunderbolt of the light of darkness and united the cows. They have not reached the limit of heaven and earth by their illusion. They cannot reach it by giving wealth. Indra, the vigorous, extracted from his thunderbolt the light of darkness and united the cows. The cows means light in the symbolism. Horses, the strength, and cows, the light, because the cows are the richest. And before the cash was invented, and the money was invented. When you were rich, you have a lot of cows, and when you were poor, you had nothing. That's or small, very few cows. So still the 10th shloka, no tracks of this invasion. The water flowed according to their nature. They developed among them, Indra, by his concentrated mind, hit them with a mightiest attack forever. The waters. The waters are sacred, of course, and it's purified. You know that better than me. That's 11th, and still no invasion. Indra destroyed the house of Iribisha. He violently struck Shushna, the horned one. Magavan, by your force as by your speed, you killed with lightning the hostile enemy. Uh, Indra destroyed the house of Ilibisha. I don't know who is Ilibisha. I could not find the root of. Maybe it's not a Sanskrit word. He violently struck Shushna. Shushna, you will find it many times in the Rig Veda, but it's a Sanskrit name. The Horned One. Bhagavan, by your force as by your speed, you killed with lightning the hostile enemy. No. Enemies, war, yes. Killing, yes. But invasion, no. His weapon went straight for the objective, to the objective. By the vigorous sharp points, the cities of the enemies were destroyed. With lightning, Indra killed Vritra. Triumph invaded is in consciousness. Ah, yes, there is an invasion, but the triumph is invade is consciousness. His weapon went straight for the objective, or to the objective. By the vigorous sharp point, the cities of the enemies were destroyed. The cities were poor. A city is poor in Sanskrit, but it doesn't mean a big city. It can mean a big city or a very, very small one, a village or a camp for travelers with protections around. Yeah, but it can be a city. There were cities, but it was the beginning of the cities around there. He killed Vritra. Vritra means darkness. From Vrit, which is hiding. So Vritra is darkness. The triumph invaded his consciousness. There's an invasion, but it's triumph in his mind. Oh, Indra, you protected Kutsa, who loved you. You protected the vigorous Dashdew in battle. The dust kicked up by his horse hooves rose to heaven. The son of the mighty Shvitra arose. Shvitra, not Vritra. Yeah, the vigorous Dashdew. I don't know these people. Kutsa, yeah, you find it many times in the Rig Veda, but no invasion still there. Bhagavan, you protect the vigorous son of Shvitra, who remained at peace in the midst of the waves, in the struggle for his land, the light. In the struggle for his land is the light. Long here, enemies have established pain, bring down suffering in their hostile mind. Bhagavan, you protect the vigorous son of Shvitra, who remained at peace in the midst of waves, in the struggle for his land, the light. The light is his land. Long here, enemies have established pain, break down suffering to their hostile mind. That's the first one. The first hymn, the 133. Now I'm going to read the 153. But I do. Sorry, my cats wanted to come in. Emil, his name. First mandala 53. In the dwelling of Vishvavata, we offer to the great Indra our songs and our hymn. The jewel is not in the man who sleeps. The wealth is not in the one who practices evil worship. In the dwelling of Vishvavata, we offer to the great Indra our song and our hymn. The jewel is not in the man who sleeps. The wealth is not in the one who practices evil worship. No invasion, and easy to understand. Giver of horse, giver of cows, O Indra, giver of grain, You are the master of the mighty light. You lead to heaven the man who wants to learn by his attenuating by attenuating. I'll read again. I'll read again. I'll read again. Alors, giver of horse, giver of cows, O Indra, giver of grain, you are the master of the mighty light. You lead to heaven the man who wants to learn by attenuating his desire. You are the greatest of friends. We worship this Indra. Easy to understand. Very easy. There is maybe a beginning of this very few, very thin of the Upanishad in this hymn. The man who wants to learn by attenuating his desire. You know? So that's still no invasion. 3. Resplendent and powerful Indra, who does much. This treasure which is all around you is known to be yours. Gather it, O superior, and bring it. Do not disappoint the love of the priest who loves you. Easy to understand. The treasure, of course, is the Brahman, is the enlightenment. It's not money or gold. Satisfied with these magnificent rays of light, drops of summer protect us from want with cows and horses. May we seize the force away from the hatreds with Indra destroying the Dasyu by this soma juice. Satisfied with the magnificent rays of light, drop of soma protect us from want with cows and horses. May we seize the force away from the hatreds, the people who hate us, which Indra destroying the Dasyu by this soma juice. May we, as it's the fourth, no invasion still. May we totally obtain wealth and strength. May we gloriously dispose of abundance with those who go to the firmament. May we acquire by him the protection of the god, the best of light and strength, revered. May we totally obtain wealth and strength. May we gloriously dispose of abundance with those who go to the firmament, or to heaven, if you want. May we acquire by him the protections of the god, the best of light and strength of revered. No invasion. You go from fight to fight, bravely destroying cities after cities around here, overall, with your old friend. You kill, by the way, with the help of divine energy, the deceiver called Namuchi. A guy called Namuchi who deceive. You still no invasion. Still no invasion. The 8th. You killed Karanja and Parnaya with the shining weapon of the Sheikh of Atitikva. You destroyed the 100th city of Angrida when Rijivan was besieged, assiégé, when people are around. Not sure the word is good. You killed Karanja and Parnaya. Don't know who are these people. It sounds like Vedic names. Maybe they are not. With a shining weapon for the Sheikh of Atitikva. That's that's the Vedic name. The destroyer of 100 city of Vangirada. Vangrida. Maybe it's not. Well, it's probably not a Sanskrit name. Huh? I didn't find the root of this one. When Rijivan was besieged, I don't know who pronounced that. when you're in a city and enemies are around. So the ninth, you have twice overthrown those 10 kings of men who had gone to attack Shushravas without pity, with your chariot with the wheel that cannot be knocked over, with 60,000 mighty soldiers. You have thrown twice over. You have twice overthrown those 10 kings of men who had gone to attack Shushravas without pity, with your chariot with the wheels that cannot be knocked over, with 60,099 soldiers. Oh yes, a war, but not an invasion till now. The 10th, you have protected Sushravas with your helpers, and Turvayana with your protection. Turvayana we will find many times Turvana. Or Indra. You submitted Kutsa, Atitikva, and Ayu to this young king who worshipped the gods. So a war, maybe and probably between Vedic people, before the unification of that. Well, that's a Sanskrit name, Ayu, and it means life, and it's a people also. And the last shloka of these two hymns, protected by the gods, O Indra, which are our most benevolent spiritual friends, we glorify you with you, the sage who has a very long life, the donors who save us. Protected by the gods, O Indra, we are with our most benevolent spiritual friends, we glorify with you, the sage who has a very long life, the donors who save us, the wise man and the sage. That was the last shloka of this second hymn. We did not find any invasion till now. Maybe we'll find in the other hymn the five others that I will do in 2 or 3 videos. So we stop here for the moment. If you want to find if you read French as you understand French, you can go to rigveda.fr, where is my translation of the seventh first mandala. I'm working on the 8th now. I did half of it, a bit more than half of it, and after the 9th mandala dedicated to Soma, and the 10th, which is easier to understand. But 2 or 3 years or 4 years more of work. So see you next time. Kenavo dans all, that means in Britain. Goodbye, everyone. Hi. And I cut this video if I can. Goodbye.